in this lesson, we'll take a quick look at loading up our custom assets at start time. So there may be cases where we want to, instead of being able to access our assets directly from Lightbox, we may want to have some brushes come in with our standard brushes. So let's say we've got we want to do some sculpting and we have our own special brush that we've created. Rather than loading it from Lightbox, maybe we'd like it to be in this list that comes up at start time. You can see all those brushes that currently come in at start time. And so to do that, all we have to do is really just put it in the right spot. Okay. And aside from brushes, we could also, maybe if we've saved out a custom material and we want it to load up, these are based on slots. So if we create our own custom material, we might want to save that and be able to load it up at start time. And so to do that, we just need to go back to our folder structure. And at the same level where we looked at the other folders that we were going to drop in the different assets for Lightbox, you'll see a folder called Z Startup. We'll jump in there, and you can see there's a number of different folders in here. Macros, we'll talk about it in a little bit. We also have a materials folder, the brush presets folder, if we go ahead and open that up. And then let's say we want to put our own custom brushes in there. So we'll go ahead and I'm just going to paste some of those same brushes in from the last lesson into this Z Startup brush presets folder. If you have some materials, you can drop them in there. And now what we want to do is go ahead and restart ZBrush. So you can see these are the current brushes that we have here. So let's go ahead and restart. We'll say no to saving changes. So now we've started back up and load up a file here. And then if we go ahead and open up and access our brushes, you can see that the brushes that we added have been appended to the end of this list. So now whenever we start up ZBrush, we'll be able to have the brush that we want to use, and we'll be able to go ahead and access that. So we can start to drop in our different pieces if we want to for our, whatever our custom brush happens to be. In this case, it's a parts brush. We also have a couple of other brushes in here. So if you create a brush that you like and you want to be able to access it very quickly and you want it to load every time ZBrush starts, you can drop it into that Z Startup brush presets folder and it will load up. Same with materials. If you want to have a material that you customize and create and you want it to load up at start time, you can go ahead and drop it in there as well. Okay, so pretty simple. Just wanted to show you that location in case you weren't aware of it. That can speed up your workflow as well, in that you can access the custom brushes that you create very, very quickly and have them load up every time. In the next lesson, we're going to talk more about shortcuts and hotkeys and how you can use those and also set up your own to make things go much faster as you're working in ZBrush. So we'll take a look at that in the next lesson.